I got lost, and I didn't end up painting anything, but it was a nice walk. As I head home, I get this distinct feeling of being followed. I didn't really know that was a thing that actually happens, but it's hard not to notice when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around, I see a sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road. It sits down when we make eye contact and thumps its tail testily against the pavement. It got different colored eyes? I guess heterochromia really is pretty common in cats, huh? Did I, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of strays there after all, I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and reach my hand toward the cat, beckoning to it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. This one doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and looks away, still for a moment before standing up and slinking into an alley. I guess I should just leave this to the professionals. It's time to celebrate! I'm gonna wreck this pizza I'm grabbed from Pizza Lloyd's on the way home. I pick up a can of wet cat food for Mochi from the corner street too. I figure we both deserve a celebration. Mochi, get your fat lump out here! Out here, I got good news. No answer or indication he's even in the same room. You know, he never even asks how my day was. I know how to do this. I walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a rotor behind him. Come here, you big moron. I give him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half the can in his bowl, and the feeding frenzy begins. Acts like I never feed him. Whatever, I'm going to do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop back down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in face. Oh, it looks like there's a new Jelly Donut video. It's a video of her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how her owner gets her to do these tricks. That flooring seems familiar. Where are these filmed? I spend the rest of the evening picking through the video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough couch cushions. Meow. So early. What's his problem? Meow. Bet he just wants the other half of that wet food. This is why I don't get it for him that often. I excavate myself from the couch and do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 10:40? Oh fuck! I'm gonna be late for my first day of work! I take the world's fastest shower, but there's no time to dry my hair. I run fast enough that the wind resistance will do the job for me. Oh, no time to sort through my duffel. I'm just gonna have to throw whatever looks cleanest. It's not like Grace said anything about dress code or so whatever. Mochi trails me closely, howling more and more insistently along the way. It's like he doesn't care about my punctuality at all. No time to mix the wet food like the way he likes. I dump a scoop of kibble into the bowl on my way out the door. I haven't seen a cat so offended since the one that watched me mess up coffee. They can both deal with it. I can't believe I'm almost late to my first day of work. Damn it, Cronin! How do I'm late for work and you gotta just play Warframe? How do I do this? Offline? Offline. Okay, good. Alright, good, we're good. What a great impression to leave. Thanks for hiring me, Avery the Flake. I start out in a full sprint to the cafe, but it's only about 10-minute walk, so it looks like it might be not as bad as I thought. Even if I could run, I could make it in less than time. Ah! Here it is, cat's paw. I get a good look at it before I was here yesterday, but it feels totally different when it's your workplace, you know? It's kind of nice to think about it. Hey, Avery. Landry peeks his head out from the doorframe and waves me in. I'm surprised by how many people are standing around. Graves, Landry, Hayes, and their... But some... Graves, Landry, and Hayes are there, but so are a few others I've never seen. I've only seen a few cats right now, but they seem utterly disinterested with and everything we're doing. They're all piled in a sleek cluster by the window. I feel a little embarrassed that I'm so disheveled, but I'd rather be on time with wet hair than late and looking perfect. Good. You've decided to challenge the morning sun after all. Now that the star is here, we can start this show. Still as weird as yesterday, I see. Caught another sucker, boss? I gotta figure out a voice for him. That's esteemed coworker to you, Reese. You'll just keep collecting this trash. Before we get too far, everybody should introduce themselves to Avery. Avery, we've already met, and you already know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday? Briefly. Hello, Hayes. Hello. It looks like he's going to try to slip between the cracks in the tile. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people? Hayes is a great barista. He's a great help in the kitchen, but he likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats too. Hayes flashes me a quick look. The side of his mouth turns ever so slightly, like he's trying to smile, but he's out of practice. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Before I reach him, a bright light flashes at the corner of my vision. What? Is that a camera? Oh, sorry, sweetie. Thought I turned the flash off. I whip my hat to the other side of the lineup. The girl on the end is aiming her phone directly at me. Sorry, don't mind me. Just want to commemorate our new employee. I'm Finley, and I take care of social media. Of course you do. I like candids, so I'll try again later when you forgot about it. Finley is also... Graves! I know what you're gonna say. Don't ruin the surprise. Graves lets out a soft bark of a laugh. Alright. You tell Avery whenever you're ready. Thank you. Is it a guy? The two in the middle of the lineup look beyond unimpressed. One is the smart-mouthed guy, Reese, and the other looks like someone I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of a tough-looking woman standing next to her. Oh, it's a woman! Since she's not going to introduce herself, this is Mason! He's our head chef! Or our only chef, I guess. Well, nice to meet both of you. Yeah. How do you do a cool-looking girl voice as a male? That's a tough one. Got it. They all sound the same. Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. He pushes her hand forward, forcing Mason to nod. I'm amazed Mason is putting up with all this. Wow, that's the most you've spoken all day. He likes you already, Avery. Mason makes a quick little noise that could neither be a laugh nor grunt. Maybe it was both. How kind of you to all save the best for last. There we go. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side. I would have sworn Landry was second in command here, so I don't know what this kid's talking about. I didn't even see him at all during the interview yesterday. I'm on cat detail today, but don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you. Cat detail must mean taking care of the cats. Obviously. I'm learning quickly. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's gonna clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's a weird status thing here. Ew. I'll be on my best behavior then, I guess? Good. Okay, that should be everyone then. Avery, you'll be training with me today. I hope that's okay. That's fine with me. It looks like I'm no longer needed. I have other work to do. You know where to find me. Graves slinks to the back of the cafe. I think I can hear footsteps on the creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him. Avery, did you have breakfast? We're gonna have something to eat before work. If you'd like to join us, it's tradition. That sounds great. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. Reese has already seated himself at the long booth seating along the wall. He scoots the two tables together and Landry pulls over another chair. Right. Just sit and relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... The voice drops almost conspiratorially. He leans in to whisper. It's an Akira shirt, isn't it? It's my favorite too. What? Kia? From Blast Zone? From what? Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this shirt from something? Oh, no. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Yeah, what? But now you got my interest. What is Blast Zone? I don't know if it'd be your type of game after all. Oh, it's a game. I like games. Try me. Well, it's a story about men's passions clashing in a life or death struggle. Sounds dangerous. Oh, it is. I didn't really mean to enunciate in that way. But it's also romantic. Romantic? Like love blooming on the battlefield? That kind of thing? Yeah, I think you do get it. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime. If you prove yourself worthy. I'm not really sure what that involves, but sure. Okay. He gives me a grin and a wink, then takes a seat at the table next to Reese. I noticed that somebody set the table while I was talking to Finley. Mason and Hayes should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down, sorry about that, my voice just fluctuated a bit. Sure. Where should I sit though? What if there are some unspoken rules about this sort of thing in placing? You never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Quietly, I take the seat. Mason emerges from the back with a large tray balanced atop of each hand. One tray has a giant stack of French toast, the other with some kind of egg thing. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. Whoa. I had no idea how hungry I was until now. She sets the tray down in front of us and then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon because I'm about to be on that egg thing like mochi on wet food. Mason returns a few moments later, carrying 6 empty coffee cups in her arms. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a carafe full of coffee. They set the cups and carafe on the table and take their seats. Hayes' butt barely hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid that I'll lose my hand in the fray if I try to jump in it now, but I'm just so hungry. Landry reaches out an arm from behind a fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats at Reese's hand as it reaches for the syrup pitcher. Save some for Avery. Jeez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food. I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important. While everybody shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating a real breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of a microwave, so I'm gonna savor this. Wow, this is amazing. Mason, what is this egg thing? Mason's eyebrow shoots up. She looks at me like I grew another nose. Pitata. Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make. Just eggs and vegetables on the pan. Still, I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. Really nice to have a real breakfast. What do you usually eat, Avery? Mostly cold pizza or toasted tarts, I guess, if I remembered to get them. Mason glares like I knocked her plate on the floor. She stares directly at me, through me, with a hard look in her eyes. You eat here now. Always. Can I still have pizza sometimes? Not for breakfast. Ever. I can hear Finley and Reese snickering. Okay, but other times are still okay, right? Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast. Avery, when we're done, we need to talk about this dress code. Oh, Reese, don't start this again. Shh, it's an important part of the new employee orientation. Landry passes a positively pained look at Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate. Who's Finley again? Landry, you're such a bad mama bird sometimes. Lighten up. Avery, look at this place. We take our visual presentation very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Ace places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate, and then takes the stack into the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat. Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff. Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so... No, this is about uniforms. Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on two legs. He stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop. Opening soon. Time to get ready. She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few of the other plates on top. That looks heavy, but she's holding it like it's nothing. Come on. She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads into the kitchen. Don't think you run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform. Run away! Is Mason really the only chef here? That must take a lot of work. I bet she could use some help. Mostly, I'm just grateful she gave me an out. Whatever Reese is planning, it doesn't sound like anyone but Finley cares for it. No, thank you. I think Mason Hayes wants my help, though. Fine, if Mason needs the help. But you're not off the hook for this year. Reese. Oh, come on, Landry, don't look at me like that. Something is definitely up. Whatever it is, I'm not gonna fall for it. Well, I'll be back once Mason says I'm done. Quickly, I retreat back to the kitchen before Reese can delay me further. Even though I work here now, I still feel like I'm trespassing on hallowed ground. I've never been in a restaurant kitchen before. Like I'm barely in my own kitchen. It smells amazing, almost enough to make me hungry all over again. Hayes is at the sink, carefully scrubbing the iron skillet we used at breakfast. It looks like he's already got the dishes done on lockdown, to be honest. Mason only spares me a glance. He's already back to work, and it looks like there's a lot left to do. He dips a long spatula into a big metal bowl and heaps a glob of frosting on top of a cake. It's mesmerizing watching her move as she works to smooth the frosting. Can I help? Any experience? With what? Baking? Don't know why I asked. She's got like a Russian Korean accent. She doesn't bother looking up, but it feels like she doesn't have to see the cake to decorate it. Bet she could do this in her sleep. Don't touch anything. I want to help out. Alright, I guess I'll go then. So, okay. I'll go see if there's anything else that could help out. Seems like Hayes and Mason aren't really the talking type. If it weren't for the sound of the sink, I'd be dead silent back here. Guess I'm intruding. Oh well. I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. He's training me today after all. I think he went upstairs. I'd head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken station right in my path. It's sleeping belly up, stretching out nearly the whole width of the step. Buddy, that's really cute, but that's a really dangerous place to sleep. It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place to settle itself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. That's not gonna be fun for either of you. It opens one eye into a thin slit, then makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all cats like this spoiled? Guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. I lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, a tiny orange and white bobbed-tailed cat whizzes past my feet. It stops on the step below the sleeping cat and raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to his feet looking angry. Am I going to have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two. The bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above. Is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? Orange cat, Hash Browns, I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes on the bobtail cat. Is it really necessary to smack him? He should be nice. The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc, almost like it's giving an okay whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and picks up its sentry. That cat's name is Hash Browns? Yeah. Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones. What are some of their names? Well, at the moment there's Ramona, Shunsuke, Kotik Owl, Rommel Pelt, now Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Ein, Junta, Jam Band, and so on. Holy crap. Which one was that, Bobtail? Oh, his face falls. Why does he look so nervous? That's... Why don't you ask Reese later? Huh. Is that his cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name? No, he's... Graves should have told you about... Let's go back to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. And ta-da! Your first day at a cat's paw has begun. And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic. Yeah. The mornings are pretty slow. It'll pick up later. It might pick up later. It didn't. At all day. Sure, a few people came in, and Landry had me to wait their tables while he supervised. It went pretty well, and I made a couple of bucks in tips, but that was it. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went to the kitchen, but I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtailed cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why he taken the shine to this one. They're both complete hams. Not that I mind that it was slow, it just meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here? Maybe? I can't get a solid count on them. They seem to vanish sometimes. Looks like there are a lot of areas around here for them to hide. Thank you for your help today, Avery. Landry, Finley, and I just finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed. I don't know where Hayes went. So, how'd you like it? Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans. Oh, we should get here earlier then, huh? Don't say that like you know. Don't say that like you aren't always early. Oh, I have to come in earlier? Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time. Oh, okay, thanks. Can't imagine what busy means here. Well, like 6 people in here at the same time? I've got a little more work I want to do on this blog, so you all go ahead. I'll close up if Graves doesn't get here to do it. Oh, thank you. Avery, you can head out. Thanks. Are you leaving now? I could walk with you. I'll be out in a bit. You go on ahead. No, alright. See y'all tomorrow. Bye! The doors closed behind me with a jingle. I have a job. My co-workers are pretty cute. I get to play with cats. And if this works out, I should be able to afford a place of my own very soon. Wait until my parents hear about this. I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. Can't help giving a little celebratory fist bump. Alright. I think I just heard someone snort a laugh behind me. Thought I said that pretty quietly. I turn around to see who it is, but there's nobody there but a cat. 2 cats actually. Cats from the cafe. Reese's cat and the Siamese cat to be precise. Crap. How did they get outside? Did I let them out when I left? Oh, this is really bad. I'm pretty sure one of the first rules of working at a cat cafe is do not lose the cats. They're not looking at me anymore. Now's my chance. I start creeping towards both cats. If I move too suddenly, I might spook them. I only make it a few steps before I see the bobtail's ears swivel back to face me. Without turning the rest of his head, it takes a sprinting leap and heads down one of the fork of the road. The Siamese cat continues down the same path as usual as anything. I can't get them both, but I need to get at least one of them. I better decide who to go after. Bobtail's on to me, clearly, but the Siamese cat hasn't picked up on it yet. My best chance right now is probably following the Siamese. Gotten kind of far down the path, I better pick up my pace to catch up. I try to mimic those long strides Landry always takes to cover more ground, but that doesn't work out so well. Jogging's gonna be easier. Or not! My feet are falling harder on the ground and the cat notices. I'm going faster now, so I better pick up the pace. I'm chasing after a cat. I break out into a full run to follow him. He definitely knows I'm there now, but it doesn't matter. I have bigger, isn't it longer legs? I have bigger legs, so I'm gonna catch up sooner or later. I'm a pretty good runner. I finally close the gap between us. Suddenly the cat screeches to a halt and jerks around to face me. What? What?